Hello everyone and welcome to my shop in the middle of my apartment. Now I've got to say that my most used tool here has got to be this miter saw. It works well in this small space and it accomplishes all the tasks that I need. Since this is in the middle of my apartment and I also share this room with a computer and an office, dust collection on this has to be a high priority. So I designed and made this dust collection hood that goes around the saw and uses a shop vac to keep the dust under control. Let me show you how it works. Let's start by taking a look at this saw. The dust collection on this saw can be used by hooking a shop vac up to this external port. This works pretty good, but it can be improved a lot by adding some dust shields around the port to help direct more of the dust from shooting off the side and direct it more towards the port. On this saw I added 3 additional shields, one at the bottom and one on either side of the port. All 3 of these shields help direct the dust towards the port and keep it from spraying off to the sides. I made these shields first by cutting out a cardboard template. I used the template to get about the approximate size that I wanted for the shield, and then I transferred that to some sheet metal, cut that out using some snips, and then bent it to shape. To attach the shield to the saw, I epoxied on a scrap piece of wood to the side of the saw, and then drilled 2 small holes and used a couple of screws to attach the shield directly to the saw. The main body of this dust hood is basically a downdraft table. I've got several holes drilled in the top of this box that is enclosed from here on back. And then on the side, there is a port for the shop vac made out of a PVC pipe that's just drilled right into the side of the box. And by hooking up a shop vac to that, it pulls a draft from all these holes. That way any dust that's flying around in here is kept in here. I cut this hole here in the top that fits right below the miter saw, and any dust that goes down through the blade on the miter saw falls into this drawer down below, and I can pull this drawer out to clean it out or collect any dust. And since I had a drawer here, I also added this lid to use it as some clean storage space as well. There's 2 ports on the side of this box, one on the top which goes into the back of the saw, and one on the bottom which hooks into the downdraft feature part of the saw, and they just join into a section of PVC pipe, and the rest of it is just hooked up into a shop vac. With the addition of these 2 panels, the box is more enclosed and it provides pretty decent dust collection. With this top cut out, I can rotate the saw to any of the degrees that are already on here, from 50 degrees to the other 50 degrees. I still have full range of motion, both left and right, and up and down in the whole range of the saw. But honestly, 95% of the cuts I make are at 90 degrees. So by adding 2 more wings, we can make this dust hood even better. The last piece to this saw dust collection hood is the folding top, which follows with the motion of the saw as it's raised and lowered when cutting at 90 degrees. It's just 2 pieces of plywood with a hinge in between the 2 pieces, and then some duct tape wrapped around the edges to act as a gasket to help keep it a little more airtight. And these 2 wings and the top of the hood basically enclose the whole dust hood except for the areas right around the saw blade and the motor.